Are you looking to start selling action figures online or maybe even start your own online business, but you know nothing about shipping? Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to ship like a pro. What's up, guys? My name is Ted Darklaw, co-owner of Hello Dope Toys with my amazing business partner, Aaron the Black Knight. And together we've been shipping action figures daily for the past 4 years. In this video, we're covering the shipping process from start to finish. Shipping at its core is pretty easy. Put an item in a box, slap a label on it, take it off to the post office. But it's those variables in between that tend to scare off new sellers. I would know, I was one of them. So let's kick this off with everything that you're going to need to start shipping out items. Yes, boxes. We do not use bubble mailers to ship off brand new in-box action figures, or loose action figures at that. No bubble mailers. Nobody likes that guy. You can get boxes for under $1 at places like Walmart, Target, Meijer, your local grocery store, and even your dollar store. But if you plan on doing this for the long term, or you just have a lot to sell, I recommend checking out uline.com. At Uline, you can buy custom-sized boxes. They're usually under $1, and you can get them shipped to your house in 1 business day. Of course, if you're just starting off or you don't have a lot to sell, there's nothing wrong with using an old box laying around your house, or maybe even stealing a box from work. Nothing says shipping like a pro more than bubble wrap and packing paper. Not only is this going to secure your item, but it's going to give you peace of mind that when it lands to your customer, it's going to be in the same condition that it was when it left you. Not all packing tape is created equally. The last thing you want is some dollar store packing tape coming undone while your package is traveling across the country. Just spend the extra $1 and buy the good stuff. I also strongly recommend a kitchen scale. These are pretty cheap. This thing cost me about $15 and it has been my best friend for years. I understand having a scale might seem silly, but you don't understand how much weighing your package can make or break you on shipping charges. Look, you can go to the post office and they can make a label for you, but that is an awful experience. You can just as easily print your labels at home using any regular everyday printer. But a few years back, Aaron invested in some Jaden thermal printers for us, and oh my goodness has that changed the game. So again, if you're doing this long term, thermal printer might be the route for you, but until then, just a regular printer is fine. Just print a label. So let me show you what I do with these supplies. I wrap all the figures 100%, top to bottom. We utilize packing paper to ensure all the edges are covered, and we'll finish it off with a little packing paper on top. Look, that's the system I use. Some people might say I'm going overboard. I'm saying I know once something leaves here, it's landing to my customers in the same condition that what it was when it left. Your costs of shipping are going to be based off of 3 things: size, weight, and distance traveled. So first, we're going to cover weight because this is what's going to impact your cost the most. USPS specifically charges based off of weight bands. That means your price of shipping is going to go up for every 4 ounces. So everything between 0 and 4 ounces is going to be one price. Everything between 5 ounces and 8 ounces is going to be a higher price, and so on. Let's talk about distance. The further your package is traveling, the more it's going to cost you. So me shipping an item in my own state is going to cost me significantly less than me shipping an item to California. And then there's the size of the box. Just remember, the larger the box, the more likely it is going to cost you to ship that box. So unless you're offering free shipping, the shipping cost should be incurred by the customer. If you're not sure how much to charge for shipping, I would say $7 to $8 is a good starting point. But if you want to be accurate, you need the customer's address, the dimensions of your box, and the weight. Which brings us to our next section of where to get a label from. When you're ready to make a label, I recommend going through Pirate Ship. Once you have a Pirate Ship account set up, all you need to do is enter the address of your customer, the dimensions of your box, and the weight. From there, Pirate Ship's going to give you a cost for your label based off of the size, weight, and distance of the package. Simply buy the label, print the label, and you are good to go. Overall, Pirate Ship is quick, easy, and it's going to give you the best rate you can find. Once you have a label made, doesn't matter what carrier it is, it's going to give you a tracking number. If your customer does not have that tracking number, you should give them that tracking number. Tracking information helps you see where the order is, see if there's any holdups, and ultimately you know when it lands. So now that we got the basics of shipping out of the way, let's just talk about all the scary stuff. You know, the what happens if my package gets lost in the mail? What happens if it gets stolen after it's delivered? What happens if the buyer scams me? What happens if it's damaged? And you know what? Those are valid concerns. There's going to be risks to everything that you do. If I'm playing a sport, there's going to be a risk that I could pull a muscle, break a bone. If I'm driving a car, there's always going to be risk that I could get rear-ended or have a deer jump out in front of me. And when I'm shipping orders every single day, there's always the possibility of something getting lost, damaged, or stolen. Our packages are insured through USPS. I won't lie, it's a pain to do, and sometimes the time isn't worth the money. But there's options if something gets lost or damaged. The point is, there's going to be what-ifs in everything that you do. And when these situations arise, we find a way to handle it. Yeah, sometimes we have to give people refunds or maybe even send out a new item. That's just the cost of doing business. There is no 100% guarantee that your package is going to land safely to your customer. That's why I'm so adamant on wrapping everything in bubble wrap. That's why I'm so adamant on filling those gaps with packing paper. That's why I'm so adamant on things like air pockets and stuffing it and making sure that any box that leaves here has the best chance of survival. So if fears like that are holding you back from the shipping game, well then this probably just isn't going to be for you. At the end of the day, all you can do is your job. And that's just to make sure that everything's packaged safely, it's going to the right person, and it's shipped out in a timely manner. Everything else is out of your control. A package that gets held up for a week because there's a snowstorm or a wildfire or a flood, or it's a surge period, maybe like Christmas time, or maybe the post office isn't staffed well enough. Those are things that are out of your control. And that's not to say it happens every single time, so don't let concerns of a package getting lost or stolen or damaged hold you back from doing trades, starting a business, trying to make some money. Nobody likes going to the post office every day. My local post office is roughly 15 minutes away when there's no traffic. So I got a 15-minute drive there, a 15-minute drive back, on top of whatever nonsense I have to deal with between getting into the post office and dropping off my package. So this is why I utilize Porch Pickups. You can go to USPS.com and schedule a porch pickup for free. Your mailman comes to your house every single day. A porch pickup simply just says, hey, while you're here, do you want to grab some boxes? Listen, I know porch pickups aren't going to be for everybody, and that's okay. But if you're struggling finding time going to the post office every single day or every other day, save yourself some time. Give the porch pickup a try. Have a conversation with your mailman. If there's fears of leaving packages out on the porch, talk to them. But I think that's it, guys. I think we've covered shipping from start to finish. If this information helped you out at all, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. Be sure to check us out live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We would love for you to come say hi. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.